everyone, the Flying Scotsman here. Welcome to this video. A few weeks ago I actually reinstalled the operating system on the Gateway 2000 after I'd been unsuccessfully messing about with different sound cards. At the end of that video I did promise that I was going to show the machine off once it had all been put back to a running state. But then I decided to mess about with Pentium 3s for a bit. But anyway, here is the Gateway, so let's switch it on. And speaking of Pentium 3s, by the way, the board that I installed in the Flying Scots machine actually didn't work out. I will have to do a video following up on that. But suffice it to say, I went back to the Asus motherboard that I originally installed all the way back in 2016. And it seems to be working quite a bit better. This KVM often will cause computers to say keyboard, throw up keyboard errors. So just to summarise, this machine has a Pentium Overdrive 83, 32 megs of RAM. It has Cirrus Logic GL-GD5428 graphics. Creative Labs Vibra 16 sound card, Realtek Ethernet card, and a 3.2 gigabyte Quantum Fireball hard drive, a regular Samsung CD-ROM drive, and a 1.44 meg floppy drive. So we're at the DOS prompt. So let's play some games. There's quite a lot installed on here. We'll play some games first in DOS, and then we'll go into Windows second. Let's see. Unfortunately, it looks like I am going to need to sort out the DOS memory. And be able to do that with a menu. I've not done that yet. DOS memory was a problem for a lot of people back in the day. And a lot of people even just went as far as to make boot disks. Alright, I've got Wolf 3D working now, but there's no sound. Because this is basically DOS with nothing on it. So, hang on a minute, let's see if we can change the view. If you ask one of my old school friends, they will tell you that Wolf 3D is better using the PC speaker beep. So as you can see, oh, that dog's running awful fast. I've never liked that whole, if you're bumping against a wall, you get the sound. So this is Wolfenstein 3D. So I guess the next game to play would be Jackrabbit. Another of my favourites for any kind of 486 platform. There we go. Using a cheat, go into the pause menu, type backspace, and then BOUF, both. That kind of sounds a bit like a Doric insult, actually. Oh, you're pure bouse, so you're. Daft Bumblebee. Yum yum indeed. That'll learn him for being turtles. I'm surprised, like, us 90s kids don't have this pathological fear of turtles, you can? Because over all the games that we played, turtles were the bad guys. Just like Mario, Crash Bandicoot, this game. What is it with turtles? What have they ever done to games developers that they're seen as the bad guys? Seriously. Oh, that's probably how you're gonna do it. Whee! Oh, damn it! That's.
Rapid fire.
That's how you do that. Gents, that was a bit of an ordeal. Well, again. There we go. I do like how floppy disks are the power-ups in these games. That's pretty cool. Also, is that a subliminal message, actually? Because this was shareware. Like, you know, if you pay us, and we'll send you floppy disks with the rest of the story, you know, and then they'll be powered up because you'll have the floppy disks. Yeah. Where do I go from here? There we go. That's where I go from here. Why is this? That oh. Okay, so I seem to have gotten myself lost. Alright. Do that. Right. That's what I do. There we go. So that is Jackrabbit, and unfortunately, for whatever reason, I think it's on this KVM, whenever I go into a DOS graphics game, it makes text mode go fuzzy. It does the same thing on the Venus Goddess from Mars game. And of course, I completely forget, I have one of these, a control pad, connected to the gateway. For whatever reason, I can't get sound to work in this game. That just sounds derpy. Oh, yes. Oh, is that the phone? Someone pick that up. Whoopsie. I was distracted by the phone. No, I know that wasn't the phone. Uh-oh. Of course you can't jump on things to defeat them. That's a console gaming thing, I think. Oh dear. I need my throwing thingy. Oh. That was a bit of a questionable noise. And that's how I dispensed with old Mr. Snack. Honestly, also, does anyone know the parcel tongue for blah, 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 because I don't. Because of course, if Harry Potter and the Doge memes lived in the same universe. That could have been quite funny, actually. It's like, oh look, my Patronus is Popper. I'm just waiting for the first Muggle. I'm just waiting for the first Muggleborn. Speaking of Harry Potter, I'm actually just waiting on the first Muggleborn casting a Patronus, and it's a Pokemon. I mean, that sounds like the sort of thing that I would probably lucid dream, like casting a Patronus, like giving it Expecto Patronum, and a blooming Bulbasaur appears. It's like, okay, right, how do I deal with this? I suppose, Bulbasaur, use your Vine attack. Get rid of the Dementors. You know, they're being little miserable ball bags. Oh, Jill enters the jungle map. So that's Jill of the Jungle. Now the sound, unfortunately, Well, it didn't work on that game. But I have a game installed on here in which the sound definitely does work. If I could type. I think I've turned off the music.
I am back.
Back when games had this macho kind of storyline, like, ugh, the evil one's back! Right, I'm gonna here to do something. See, the music is there. I've just disabled it. Wait a minute, I wonder. Game options, configure, calibrate joystick. Let's see. Move the joystick towards the upper left and press a button. Done. Towards the lower right. Done. Select the fire button. Done. Cool. Get ready. I see, I keep dying. Another game where floppy disks seem to be the power-up of choice. Unless there's a computer there. Whoops. Oh, there's a ladder. What a horrible noise. Oh, I thought that was a switch. Use the card to turn off. Whoa, 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 whoa. That's what you get for being a gunky green bastard thing. There's no need to... Oh dear. But yeah, as you can see, that does seem to work perfect. Oh dear. That didn't work. Oh well. Let's have a go with Arkanoid as well. Do you know what? Let's have the joystick far left as possible, far right as possible. That's not a good idea. That's not an actual joystick. Oops. So, Tandy keyboard. This is quite fast. Ray. I do like Arkanoid. What? Let's see now. Hey, we have Sound Blaster. Let's drive in a spree. Hey, I like that. Oh, I like this. This is old school racing. This kind of reminds me of like the Sega, like some of the Sega games. What I wouldn't mind at the moment is passing Bruce from Outrun. Why did I have to choose a night course? Uh-oh. Checkpoint, 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 damn it. Nemo? I'm Jay. I like that, you can race in a line. What is this? One, go! What is this? Is it a made up course? Am I playing Lotus Challenge or am I playing Sky Roads? Way, I made the checkpoint just. Nearly crashed into it, like, but I made it. Woo! So I'm really not sure what this course is or what it does or how long I'm supposed to drive around it for. All I know is that I'm in 5th place. Not entirely sure what the... Oh! Race completed. I've done it. Alright. Next race. Oh. And that wasn't 5th place, that's what gear I'm in. That, of course it's a rally, so it's timed stages rather than what you place on an overall grid, like an actual racing game. So that's Lotus Ultimate Challenge. So I guess we've done quite a bit of DOS gaming. So let's go into Windows now, because I've installed a few things on Windows. Whether I've installed everything, I can't remember, but yeah, I've got the Gateway Surfing Cow background. So yeah, that's there to enjoy. Oh cool, I have installed pretty much a lot of what I usually like to install. So, as usual, we have the usual array of things I like to install. Microsoft Office, for example. Microsoft Word. And I actually have PFS Window Works installed as well. This is quite, seems to be quite rare, but it's very similar to Microsoft Works. I'll just press Control A to select everything, and I got a drawing toolbar instead. That's oh, is that what that does? Yeah, desktop publishing. Very nice. I guess the question is, can I make colours happen on this? Or is this or is that not a feature that they deemed necessary? Chapter settings, paragraph settings, character settings. Would you look at that? Doesn't seem to be any way of changing the text colour. Oh well. Of course, there is also Microsoft Works for Windows, which I think is better. And of course, Control A hadn't been standardised just yet. And look, you can change the colour. You can have maroon. Or you could have dark blue. I even have an old version of Cakewalk, and of course, we do have kid pics. Dynamite time. Dynamite! And Adobe Acrobat. Because of course Adobe Acrobat. I must admit, I do quite like Cakewalk. It shows how good the it does show how good the sound card is. So now we've done all that, let's play a game. So, in the Windows 3.1 days, most games, especially graphically intensive ones, were actually played under DOS rather than under Windows. However, there were a couple of notable exceptions to this rule, one of which we're about to play now, Sierra's Lode Runner CD. Oftentimes games played within Windows were point-and-click adventure games or puzzle games, not necessarily stuff like this.
Phew, Sierra.
Oops. So that is Load Runner. So I guess the next thing to try is some more multimedia stuff, which, to be honest, is what a lot of these machines were sold for. I mean, obviously you could always game on PCs, but when CD-ROM technology and sound cards and MPEG decoder cards became a thing, people really wanted to take advantage of these technologies. So I've installed both The Way Things Work 2.0 and Eyewitness Encyclopedia of Science. So let's have a look at The Way Things Work first. I think this is a newer program, certainly based upon the installer. So it's saying it wants more than 256 colours. Well, yeah. Well, let's find out how something works. What about a computer?
A sliding metal guard covers the disk surface when the disk is not in use. A lever inside the drive pushes the cover back when you insert the disk. A plastic shell protects the disk inside and keeps it flat. Inside the casing, a pair of gauze pads protect the disk, reducing friction and keeping the disk clean. A metal hub allows the motor to grip the disk securely and spin it at the right speed. The surface of a magnetic disk is divided up into tracks and sectors. To record information, the read head moves to a track containing an empty sector. Information is sent from the computer to the drive as a stream of binary numbers, that is, zeros and ones. An electromagnet on the head records each number, or bit, by changing the magnetic field on the disk's surface. Each bit is recorded in a fraction of a second as the disk spins. To retrieve data, the disk is spun past the head, which reads the magnetic fields on the disk, sending signals back to the computer.
So this has got animation, text and images. So quite a few different forms of media there. I quite like that. I thought that was a movie, I did. So that is that is the way things work, version 2.0. So let's have a look at Eyewitness Science Encyclopedia. Like I said, this software is a wee bit older. Did say that it can have problems with Cirrus Logic cards. I don't think this has a video on it. So this literally is about science. So it's very similar to the way things work, but can be quite different. So you can learn how certain things work, like sound, light, time, energy, magnetism, or you can learn about actual tangible things like biology and what have you. So it covers quite a lot of the scientific theories. I would have loved this as a kid. So let's learn about the
white light is
Pink
a
Floyd, I guess.
combination of lights of different colors: red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, and violet. These colors are known as the spectrum and are revealed when white light passes through a prism. When an object is heated, it begins to glow, giving off electromagnetic waves that we see as colors. As it gets hotter, the object gives out more visible light. Red comes first because it is the lowest energy visible light. Blue is the highest.
Oh, that is interesting.
Spectroscopy.
Matter gives off light of specific wavelengths, colours, when incandescent, glowing from heat. The light is called the emission spectrum. When the same matter, excuse me, in its normal state, it will take light in exactly the same wavelength. This light is called the absorption spectrum. Using an instrument called a spectrometer, it is possible to identify an unknown material by matching its emission or absorption spectrum with that of a known material.
Spectroscopy.
Whoops.
Rainbow.
You've got who's who here. So I'm guessing
Aristotle. In the 4th century BC in Greece, there were only a few schools, and none taught science. It was left to philosophers to come up with logical explanations of the world. Aristotle studied under the famous philosopher Plato, who regarded thought, or the idea, as the basis of all knowledge. Aristotle later decided that theories about the world must be based on the close study and classification of nature. Aristotle catalogued the known species of animals and plants, believing they were made of 4 elements: earth, water, fire, and air. He also believed that a 5th element, ether, surrounded the earth.
and then you have the Quizmaster. Now I thought this was a quiz, but it seems to me that what it does is it asks you a question: which animal can hear the highest frequency sound? I guess you basically set the computer and take a wee guess. What's this? Chance? Oh, how is a pond skater supported on the surface of the water? And then I guess, whoops, okay, so that's what that does, it takes you back. And then you go and find out. So I like how this encourages different ways of getting knowledge. It encourages the start of a journey of knowledge. And look at that, you can I've yet to see a video of this. Well, on this CD-ROM. Oh, there's more. The web of life, amphibians, reptiles, birds, habitats. Nice! So that's kind of environmental science. I could go back to this. Unless this is a different CD-ROM. I like that. That's quite sleek, is it? Oh well, if you want this, you're going to need to get a different CD-ROM if you want that. Well, yeah. So that is the Eyewitness Science Encyclopedia. So we're coming to the end of the video, but before we go, I do have a magazine cover CD from 1995 that I would like to pop into the computer, just kind of see what it is, what's on it, any goodies on here. Oh dear. There we go, PC Pro. 30-day evaluation of the Lotus Word Pro word processor. Intuitive accounting software. Serif Page Plus. Nice. Full version of PFS Publisher. Nice. I remember my mum used to buy these magazine cover CDs. I mean, she wasn't buying them as early as 1995, but certainly was buying them in the late 90s when we had a computer, when we got a computer. Cool. So now I have PFS Publisher installed. So I guess we started with PFS Window Works, and we've ended with PFS Publisher. Very Very similar to PFS Window Works' word processor. Wonder if I... Oh, that's not good. Wind forecast. There's a lot of financial software on here. On the CD, laptop software. Collection of useful software for your notebook. Windows 95 drivers. Nice. I remember that when they used to give you up-to-date drivers on CDs. PC Pro Essentials. You've got File Manager, Add-in Viewer, McAfee Antivirus Suite for Windows, PaintShop Pro, new version 3.11 of the shower image software. And even software for OS 2. Look at that. Take command for Windows NT, command line interpreter, video for Windows, WavePlay. So there was stuff for Windows 95 and for 3.1 on here. WinZip version 6. James. Xfigure, puzzle creator and solver. And then games. Profits warning. Find out whether you're a bull or a bear in this stock market sim. Win32s. And there's more available in DOS. From the roots of your CD type games. Wasn't that nice? It actually had DOS games, because of course it was 1995, a lot of games still ran on DOS. It said just type games. So, oh wow. Desired video modes, available video modes. I thought I would be... Oh me! It had a DOS menu. Would you look at that? December 1995. The Dig, Worms, Capitalism. Sound card, none. That's Sound Blaster 16. That's 240 IRQ. Yay. 10? Yeah, pretty certain these speakers are the wrong way round. Save current options? Yes, I would like to do that. Guessing this is an adventure game. LucasArts games usually are.
You are Commander Boston Lowe, NASA's best shuttle jockey.
Am I?
You've been enlisted to command a space shuttle mission to correct the orbit of an errant asteroid.
Have I?
No one could prepare you for what would happen next. desolate alien world, your crew turns to you for leadership. What mysteries are hidden beneath the thick alien dusts of time? Your mission is now one of survival, in elements that are completely unfamiliar. Can you survive long enough to unravel the mysteries and find a way home?
Where are we?
I'm not sure. This sure doesn't look like the inside of that asteroid.
Nope. There's a sky now.
Lotus, Space Shuttle Atlantis. Come in, Atlantis. Static. We must be out of range.
Yeah, but how far out of range?
It is a point-and-click adventure.
Where are you going, Lo?
Well, I don't figure we'll get home by standing around.
It might be safer to wait here.
Wait for what?
It seems like we need a leader to make the decisions.
And let's go.
I feel I should lead the expedition.
And what makes you more qualified than me?
Or me, for that matter?
It appears to me that we are standing on the ruins of an ancient civilization. Intelligent civilization. Since this has become more of an archaeological dig than a shuttle mission, my background qualifies me as the better leader.
I started as commander of this mission, and I will finish as commander.
Easy, boys. We need to stick together on this. Until we know more about what we're dealing with, I think we should work as a team, with Lo as the leader. Brink, okay?
Okay. For now.
So, seems quite an interesting game. I might play it some more later. Okay. I just typed Q and this happened. What's he done now? So like a lot of 90s games, this game requires, well, it seems to make a lot of use of full motion video. What are you doing? Oh. Are you sure you want to quit? Yes, yes I am. Press any key to continue. So, there you have it. That is the Gateway 2000. As you can see, I've got it working pretty well actually. So, I think I will end this video here. I hope you've all enjoyed watching it. If you have, please subscribe and join me for my next video. Cheery bye.